Hi everybody, welcome back to Darlingborough Model Railway. I'm Richard. In my previous videos I have been looking at different weathering techniques and I've been using a variety of different products and different tools to achieve them. Today I just want to have a look at a really cheap method of adding some weathering and some grime to your models using these. I wanted to have a look at a very cheap way of applying weathering techniques using some basic artist pastels. Now this one in particular can be bought for £2.99 from the local Aldi store here in the UK. And the good thing about these is you get a huge variety of different colours, and you can also turn them into cheap weathering powders, which is what I'm going to be doing now. To actually create the weathering powders from the soft chalk pastels, it's actually very simple. All you need is a craft knife and just scrape away at the sides of the chalk pastels into a container. They will basically turn into a powder, similar to weathering powders, which cost far more. To apply the weathering powders, all you need to do is use a soft brush, for example a makeup brush, dip it in the powder and then apply it to the model where you want the effects to go. If you want to apply quite a lot of the powder, you can do by using a larger brush, and as you can see it builds up a very subtle effect. With weathering powders, they work really well on areas that have lots of bumps and ridge details. However, if you are looking to use weathering powder on an area that's fairly smooth, for example the side of the shell wagon, then it's best to try and get some rough texture in there. What you can do is just apply a little bit of fine sandpaper over the sides just to roughen the sides up ever so slightly. That will then give the powder some grooves in order to kind of catch and hold in place. I decided that for the gangway on top of the wagon I wanted to include a lot of subtle rust, as it would be affected by the rain. So what I did was I repeated the same process using an orange pastel, and I mixed it in with what was remaining of the brown. Again, this works really well, and it just gives you that really subtle effect of rust on the areas that you want. Once you've finished with the weathering powder that you've created, the last thing that you want to do is just lock it all in place. I just use the quick spray of the clear matte varnish. Don't use gloss because it will just not give you the finish that you're looking for. And then leave it to dry. Quite simple. One thing that you need to be aware of is that when you do lock it into place, any light weatherings, it may darken down slightly, so it won't necessarily appear as it does when it's completely dry. So it might be worthwhile just having a bit of a practice on maybe a spare piece, just to make sure that you're happy with the final result before you apply the matte varnish on your final piece. Applying the weathering powder is an excellent way of adding an extra layer to your weathering. The soft pastels that I've used for this particular demonstration I've purchased from my local Aldi store, and it's this set here. You do get a wide range of colours, you actually get 24, and the pastels are absolutely wonderful for turning into weathering powders. Obviously I have created my own weathering powders using the chalk pastels, but it'd be really interesting to know how many people do that compared to how many people actually just use an official or a proper weathering powder. If you have tried creating your own weathering powders, or if you've bought ones from a shop, then let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments. It would be really interesting to know if anyone has tried both, if there is a certain preference. Let me know if I should be looking at actual weathering powders or whether the DIY ones are just as effective, as I'd be really interested to see how many people are more for a DIY approach and how many people are more for just purchasing the actual official products off the shelf and using them. Also, if you are interested in watching any other aspects of this channel, then please drop me a comment down below. Let me know if there's anything in particular that you would like to see me do on the channel. I have been focusing on weathering for a few weeks now. Is there anything in particular you want me to look at? let me know in the comments down below and I'll be happy to oblige. If you have been watching these videos and you have been enjoying them, then please hit the like button, give me a thumbs up and let YouTube share these videos out to more people. Also, if you're not yet a subscriber and you do want to keep updated on the videos that I am posting, hit the subscribe button as well. And, you know, you can keep updated with the videos I'm posting, like I've just said. That might be a blooper. That might go in the video. Who knows? I have an idea in my head of what I'm going to say. And as soon as I press record, my head goes... And hence why you see so many bloopers every week. Well, you don't see them every week, but I do accumulate them every week. Now, in my previous few videos, I've been talking about weathering techniques and using different tools and products that you... In the last few videos, I have been looking at a variety of different weathering techniques that can be used for models on your layout or any kind of diorama, scenery. Then please show a little bit of love by hitting the thumbs up. Give me a like and let it spread. That doesn't sound right. Then let me know in the comments down below what you... Also, it would be interesting to know what other hints and tips and tricks and... Go to the link down below and any donations that you do make is really let me know down below and I'll be happy to sort of respond to your comments. I've got no idea what I'm going to say. Okay. If you're watching this, it would be really interesting to know, if you're watching this, of course you're going to be watching it.